Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Sorry, the two times that I came in earlier, the audio was not proper. Hopefully the audio should be fine now. So far in both Bank Nifty and Nifty, we have had a pretty nice sell-off, and it was kind of obvious the moment we were rejecting the CPR. The first target was S1, and this red line is the 20 MA. Each time we came closer to this 20 MA, we took rejection and kept falling. My target for Bank Nifty is over here at 43,496, and this is supported even by the open interest. If you just check the change in OI for today, even there's a lot of call writing at 500. So we could slip and probably go even below 500. The below 500, the target is 43,438. But I feel we should get some kind of a bounce from here, because we have the weekly CPR pivot as well over here and a narrow CPR. So it was kind of obvious that we will be going down. And Nifty from morning, we have got a sell-off. These were the support zones that I had marked yesterday. And when each one broke, we kept going down. The next target on the downside is 18,101 in Nifty. In my earlier session that I came live, the audio was not there, but I was telling wait for some kind of a pullback until the 50 MA, 20 MA, sorry, the red line is the 20 MA, and then we can probably take a fresh entry. And we did get a pullback until this S1. See, the pivots, trading based on pivots cannot get better than this, right? CPR rejected, we came down, we retested the CPR. The best entry according to me for the day was here when we got this inverted hammer at 44,000, and then it is just a one-way down. Now, why I've put this line over here, though we have S3 of CPR here, is I'll just make use of the weekly pivots. I'm just putting on the weekly CPR. We have the weekly pivot here. If that breaks, then we could come to this bottom pivot, but we also have this intraday CPR level here. And if I just check where are the monthly pivots, the previous month high is here, but the monthly CPR is way far off, so that would not play any importance today. See, we trade on multiple logics using CPR and RSI and stuff. So based on that, we do have an indicator for anybody who has learned from us, and this is that. And it gives a beautiful, there's not a buy or a sell indicator, but it just gives where our, this is just a logic put together from our trading setup, right? So whenever our trading setup triggers, we do get a nice indication. And today was one such day where we had this fall, which was easily capturable. See, Bank Nifty was kind of sideways in the morning and then dipped, right? But Nifty from morning, it is just one way down. The next target in Nifty is 18,101. Because why? We have a gap over here. So probably we could come to fill this gap or bounce from this gap boundary. And if you check the European markets, everything is quite flat. They would open in another half an hour. But the US futures and the US market were down all throughout yesterday in their trading session. That's the reason we kind of probably are having some sort of a selling day today. Shorting at this level is not one of the best thing to do. Always wait for a pullback. Even over here, we got this kind of a nice pullback until S2 and then started dipping. I'm sorry about that dog noise. He doesn't like me staring at the monitor and just talking by myself. So in Bank Nifty, when it was indicated that some kind of a reversal could come is when on this day, on May 15th, when this engulfing candle came, this particular candle, this indicated that there will be some selling pressure. We were very close to a good resistance all-time high. And from there, so this engulfing, it kind of engulfed almost 3-4 hours price action, one candle. After that, that candle high never broke. And then we are on the downside. We should take some support over here at about 43,500. That's what the overall open interest is also suggesting. In case we even break 43,500, right, there should be some bounce and we might close above 43,500 according to me. So if somebody is short from the morning, best place to book profits is when 43,500 is it. From the CPR to this level, we have already moved around 420 points. Even if S3 hits, it will be around 495, 500 points. That is way more than what we usually get for an intraday type of a trading. But our target is this for the day. There's hardly anything left now. And see the VIX all through morning, it was high. Obviously, we should not be putting CPR on the VIX side, but got a small dip. So when the VIX is high, most likely the market also will come down. Now, if you just see where, if in case all this breaks, where is the next level of support will come is this area. I've just come to this 1 hour chart. So in case you take this, right, this is a very good support zone. Probably a bounce from here. And again, if this breaks, we could come low. Obviously not today, probably tomorrow or sometime in this week. But I don't see we recovering all the way until the top from this level. Maybe we could go lower and then see if we kind of adjust this in a 5-minute chart. The next strong support zone is over here. There is a possibility even today we might. It's only about 1 o'clock. Still there is a lot of time left for the markets to trade. Maybe another bounce probably until this closer to this 20 MA on 5-minute. Then it will be a very good place to short. The targets, the first target is 43,495, then S3 in this support zone. The same thing is indicated on the open interest. This is the overall open interest. There is some support at 43,500. And if you see the change in OI for the day, heavy call rating all throughout the day, there was at one point of time very good support at 43,800 put. Probably all of them have exited. And right now the support is at 43,500. There you go, one of our targets that hit. I did mention about the weekly CPR level. So what exactly we came and hit that. So if this breaks, then S3 and this support zone, but kind of expecting some bounce from here. So let's see what happens. So each time we came closer to the 20 EMA, even on the 1 minute, we were getting a nice sell-off. Beautiful. Before 130 itself, we got a nice slip on the downside. So today is also a classical example of just trying to understand that always waiting and entering in the market is better than just trying to enter within the first 5 minutes. See, within the first 15 minutes, everything was indecisive, right? There was an all indecisive type of a price action. But when we came here and retested this, and then if we had kept the CPR at stop loss, there was no, it was just a one-way move on the downside.
Head down. Head down. Head down, Ari.
See, this is why our plan was never to take a shot over here, because there will be some kind of a bounce from this area. The next entry for a short trade, the best thing to do is if we kind of retest this 20 EMA and then probably push 130. Not expecting a very big bounce on the upside as well. That they sat in the flight. See, exactly from this level, what we had marked 43,496, around 43,500. We didn't want to take any short position or something over here. We kind of expected some bounce. And exactly over there, we are taking some kind of a support. The next best chance would be if we get some pullback and then probably move until 380 or even the S3 of CPR on 43,436. See, if anybody was short from the morning, right? This is where some profit booking can be done. The reason is this is where we have the weekly pivot, weekly CPR. Now, if I just put on this purple dotted line, this is the weekly CPR. The purple dotted line is where we have the, let me just clean this. The purple dotted line is where we have the weekly CPR. So some kind of a bounce from here is expected. So the next move is if this level breaks, we could come, if not today or tomorrow, to 43,350. And exactly from there, we are getting a bounce. That's how CPR helps us to trade. And if you just see the daily CPR as well, this is just a daily CPR indicator or the pivots. The moment we didn't break out of the CPR, right, from then itself, we were kind of sure that we will get a dip. And we were sideways for some time, retested the CPR, and then had a nice dip. There was a nice entry opportunity over here when we kind of retested this 20 MA. So now I'm expecting the same, probably a pull until this 20 MA and then a sell-off on the downside again. But we have already moved. We still have almost 2 hours of trading, and we've already moved down so much. And the same is even being reflected on the open interest. Now, if you see the overall open interest, there is some support at 43,500, and the change in Y showing even 43,500. Some call riders have come, so there is a possibility even this could break. Using this EMAs and the CPR level will always work. Now, even if I go to a 1 minute time frame, each time we get a pullback until the 20 MA, we're getting the sell-off. See, shorting at this level where Banknifty has already moved 500 points is not the best thing to do, because we do have the strong support over here at 43,380 along with 43,500. So if we get some kind of a pullback, like how over here we got this pullback until this S2 of CPR, and it was like a pinpoint rejection, and then we slipped, right? Obviously, the next target is S3. After S3, personally, I don't look for any kind of trade or anything, because I feel, according to me, for intraday, in case you capture CPR2, this S1 is good, S2 is very good. Even if you get until this S3, that is the max. Not every time on a daily basis, this S3 also will break and go down. Probably if you do some back testing, you can see it.
అయింది ఓవర్ నో మోర్ ట్రిక్స్ నో మోర్ ట్రిక్స్ నో మోర్
When we get a move like this, it's quite attractive and we feel like we can enter even here and it will fall more. But the best entry would be in case we get a pullback until the 20 MA and then short on the downside. Heavy call rating on the call side even until 43,500.
ఓయ్
So even if we get a bounce until the 20 MA and again start moving down, right, we will have to be careful here. I don't think on intraday basis we will break this that easily, but if even if this breaks, yes, we could go further down. But this is where we'll have some kind of a strong support even based on the price action. We have some support here. Even if this breaks, then probably 43,200. But the best entry would be, because we don't know when that pullback will come. Either it can touch this S3 and get a pullback, or we can get a pullback now itself until the 20 MA and come down. We have already moved 500 points down, right? So it's not the best thing to take a short position now unless there is some small bounce. So this is the bounce that I was talking about. A small bounce will kick in. There's a slight increase in call rating even on 300 and 400. 500 is good. Probably this bounce is coming in because of this US futures and the European markets have opened in green. This is the bounce that I was talking about earlier, that it's not good shorting at this level. If anybody had shorted from the morning, this was a good time to take out some profits. Some bounce closer to the 20 MA was possible, and even if you see the 15-minute, this candle, although we had all this nice bearish candlestick, but over here, whenever you see this type of a doji, that is when some sort of a reversal can come. You'll have to be careful. So far, the day has been good on the short side, kind of expected. So I'll be stopping the stream for now. Kind of expected some rejection at this 20 MA, but it's still holding over here. I think today the best move of the day is done, which is probably from here to here. We had our initial targets at 40,900, 44,490. So let's see if tomorrow also we get some nice 0 to 0